Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Overflow. In this video, we'll start with a question. Do you like reading books? Okay, I don't like. But what can you do to those books that you get in your class for reading? Those you got this year in PDF format or in other formats, the books you got for reading. But you need to read them line by line from your laptop or phone, right? So, is there any way you can do something with it and skip your reading? What if you listen to it rather than reading them line by line? So, in this video, we will try to build an audiobook for us where we will use Python and build an audiobook so that it converts our PDF into our audio and we can listen to it easily. So let's move to the Python editor and build one for us. I hope you can save a lot of struggle while reading books from your phone or laptop. This video would definitely be helpful for you. Let's move to the Python editor. Hello guys. Now we are in our editor. The editor I use is PyCharm, and here let's begin the coding of our audiobook. So we'll know the step-by-step process for coding an audiobook. So for that, let's see what are the things we need first. So the book we have is in the format of an PDF file, right? So in order to read an PDF file, we need something to read that PDF file, to understand or to go through that PDF. Now, in order to do that, say we would use an library of Python called PyPDF, and PyPDF2 is the exact name of the library. All right. So here it is. Now the first thing we need to get our book. So let's create a book object, or say the PDF file object, and name it as book. So we need to open the PDF file. So it's open, and oops, yeah, open, and we need our we have an PDF file here in this particular folder, that's Kubernetes up and running.pdf. I will show you what's the exact structure we have, and we will open it in read mode, RB. Okay, so let's see where this PDF is exactly. In this project structure, you can see that this is the exact folder where my audiobook.py file is present, and in the same folder you can see the Kubernetes up and running.pdf is also present. So yeah, I have kept both the file and both the PDF and the file in the same folder. If you're keeping it in a different folder, you need to add the location to that file. All right, we got our book opened. Now we need a reader to read our book so that someone can read our book. So what it does with our eyes is to go through that and read it, right? So here we're going to do the similar thing. So we would need a reader. So here the name of the object that I took is reader. So what did that object do? It will create a reader object that will read our file. So here we will call our py pdf2, and we'll use one of its function, that is pdf file reader. So pdf file reader is there in py pdf2. Now we got our reader. So what will it read? It will read our book. There we go. We gave our reader the book to read. Now we got our reader to read our book. But we need something more from that. We need We only gave him the book. We didn't say him like which page to read, which page he should read, and what are the text he should read, right? So let's change this. In this case, we say text. So we'll say at now read this text from that book. All right. So or from that page. So let's ask our reader. So reader, ask him to get a page. That's get page. And within the get page, we need to provide a number. Say I say we can give something from 0 till the exact total number of pages the book has. All right, so I will show the book in a moment and we'll write a page number that goes correct with it. All right, in the next stage, we got our reader to open a page. Now we need to extract the exact text from the book. We need to extract text from the book. Now, next thing, I will write the page number. So here is our Kubernetes up and running, book by Brendan Browns. Sorry if I'm reading the book author name wrong. So here, if you notice here, in this area, it says the cover and the page number is from 1 to 279. Remember, whenever you are asking get page, the page number starts from 0. So keep that in mind. So this is the first page. If you go down, this is the second page, page 2. That's the back cover. So if I write page 2, it will go on reading this whole text. Let's is the back cover. Let's move a little bit inside. This is page 3. Let's ask our reader to read page number 3 so that we can see the small text and we can understand how this goes. I'll just zoom this part, and here is the whole text we have here. All right, we'll ask our reader to read page 3. Wait. That's page 3. So we will write page 2 because it starts from indexing starts from 0. Now we got our text. Next thing, we need a speaker to speak or to, we got the reader to read it, but we need someone to speak up that thing, right? We need something to listen to. Now we will initialize a speaker. So how would a speaker work? For working of a speaker, we would import another library of Python, that is py ttxss3 pyttsx3. All right. So here we need to initialize a speaker. Speaker, I'm naming the object as speaker. Now, what would the speaker do? First thing, we need to initialize it. pyttsx3 and dot init. So init will initialize our speaker. Our speaker got initialized. Now, next thing we need to do with our speaker is we need to ask our speaker to say what? We need to ask our speaker to say this text. All right, the speaker got something to say, and we need this speaker to run and wait. Every time the speaker says something, it should wait and say, wait and say. Yeah. So we should go ahead with speaker dot uh, run and wait. All right, we got a speaker to run and wait. Now remember, we have opened a book. Uh, opened a book, so we need to close it. So book dot close is an essential statement that we should follow in this. Otherwise, the book will remain open, and that can be garbage for us. So while writing, it's a good practice to close an object while when we opened it there. All right, so let's run it.
Get started. Find out what you can do with a fully managed Kubernetes service for simplifying Kubernetes deployment. Management and operations, including L build microservices applications. On Azure. L deploy a Kubernetes cluster. L easily monitor and manage Kubernetes. Create a free account and get started with Kubernetes on Azure. Azure Kubernetes Service. X is one of more than 25 products that are always free with your ACC. Then, try these labs to ma. Advanced tasks required. Container application to cray. Kubernetes service, X. Oster the basic and to deploy a multi-Kubernetes on Azure. Try now. Unt. Start free.
All right, so here you can see that it read the whole text. It read the text for us. Okay, it read the text for us. Now we build it successfully, but it is reading only one page for us. We need to do something so that it can read multiple pages for us. Okay, so let's alter something so that it reads pages for us, a number of pages for us. So we'll just initialize our speaker before here, and we got a reader there. All right, now we'll run a loop or a for loop so that it goes on speaking a number of pages, the number of pages we wanted to read. So we'll run a for loop for, say, num in range. For num in range, would say till how much it will go. So we need to get this number of get pages. So here we got our range. Now we need to run it, but run till how long? We need to run it till reader dot uh, will say get page num pages. So we'll say reader dot num pages. Yeah, so reader dot num pages is a function we have. So reader dot num pages will return us the total number of pages that we have. But when we are here looking at the uh, book, so we found that our main book starts from page number 22. So we need to run it from page 22 till reader.num pages, that is, it would run till 279, the total number of pages. Okay, so here we got our thing done. So we got our reader to run it now. After that, we need to put our text within it so that it gets the text and say it was read not page number 2. I will say the num, and it will read in num. After that, we need our speaker to say something. All right, our speaker would say, and our speaker would run and wait, and boom, we did our task. We just implemented a for loop, and this would go on again and again and again. All right, so I'm playing this again, and you'd see how this goes. So here we run it.
Chapter 1 Introduction to
Kubernetes is an open source orchestrator for deploying containerized applications. It was originally developed by Google, inspired by a decade of experience deploying scalable, reliable systems in containers via application-oriented APIs. Once since its introduction in 2000. So
Here you see that this is how the book that we have opened here is read by our Python program. We can hear the voice. For now, I have stopped it so that I can continue with the video and show you some more aspects of this. There is something you should know about this pyttsx3 library. So this library, if you just, there is something you should know more about this pyttsx3 library. So this library a bit joke. So this library here, you can see we got the documentation of pyttsx3 library, and in this you can see that this library is a text-to-speech conversion library in Python. So you remember we got our text through a PDF reader. That is, here we got our text and we converted this to a speech, right? That's how this library became helpful for us. How to use this library? We used import statement. We used the pyttsx3 init. We used this say object.say, and then we used run and wait run. So that was the 4 steps that we used in it. So first one is importing the library. We initialize the library with a object. We say object, asks the object to say our text. Then we say it speaker dot run and wait. Now you can do much more with this library. If you see, we can set the property of rate, that is the speed at which the speaker would say speak up the words. You can set the volume. So the volume can be between 0 and 1. The volume level is between 0 and 1. Also, you can set the voice. So you heard a voice of a female voice. So the voice is initially set as voice 1. That is voice 1 for female. And you can change this to voice 0 for a male voice if you want to use it. All right. So this is how you can use it. You can also say that engine.stop to stop our program. That's how the whole thing works. This library works. You can see other documentation if you want to grab a look at it. So this is how the whole library works for us. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope this was a information stuffed video for you. You got a lot to know and you learned something from here. So please subscribe to my channel. Also share this video with your friends and ask them to use this opportunity to grab make their own audiobook, make their own convert their own PDF into an audiobook. Listen to the audiobook and you can definitely learn much more. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.